We are so impressed with you guys. We've had some pretty cool companies that also help judging, companies like Tesla and some other great companies. They were really impressed too. So first of all, you guys did this on your free time. It's amazing. The work that you've done here is also a great showcase for you, maybe some of your college applications or things like that. And we're going to share a little bit of how we can help with that too. So I want to introduce myself, Beth Forshey, and Devrin Lee, who you see on video as well. Hi, Devrin.
Hi. Okay. Each AI for Good category, the winner will receive a $100 Visa gift card. Each AI for Good category, the runner-up will receive a $50 Amazon gift card. And the overall winner will receive a Microsoft Surface bundle. So here are some statistics on some of the challenges women are facing in STEM careers. Female engineers usually earn 10% less than male engineers, and 60% of women engineers report that they have to prove themselves repeatedly in order to get to the same level of respect and recognition of their colleagues. But with more of us women going into STEM careers, we can help overcome some of these challenges and make it better for women of the future, for our future, for your future daughters. We can make this better.
I'm really passionate about climate change. I'm worried that there won't be enough fresh water for everybody.
My interest is to find a cure for cancer because my mom had it. Whoa!
Oh, whoa! The cracks are probably where the water is.
Seeing stuff like this,
I think I want to be able to help do that.
it makes me feel like unstoppable. Like,
that makes no sense to me. Like, why would that be? There's always going to be someone that says, like, no, you can't do it. I think I can. I want my name to be there and be like, Marley is the one who helped stop this climate change issue.
I will discover a cure for breast cancer.
So, increase in bachelor's degrees awarded in engineering and computer science have grown significantly. We see a 54% increase in bachelor's degrees awarded in engineering and computer science. 3% of bachelor's degrees awarded to women in engineering and computer science of all bachelor's degrees, and 6% bachelor's degrees in engineering are awarded to women of color. If you're ever wondering, the top engineering degrees for females, number one being there are more mechanical engineers that are female than any other engineering discipline, and followed closely by chemical. And as you can see, because it seems like most of you are very interested in computer science, it's fifth, but it's growing up the chart quickly. I think when I started school, it was like not even on the top 10. Now that we've got a quick little overview about what you can do next and some statistics about being allies for women in STEM, Beth's going to go over the hackathon winners. So I'm going to turn it over to Beth.
Woohoo! Thank you, Devrin, for sharing that. That's super important, and I love to see the progress that we're making. I love what you guys are saying in the chat. You know, girls supporting girls, women power. I love that. It's really inspiring to see what you've done, Devrin, and it's super cool. So thanks for that. So winners, everybody should have received their $25 participation. You chose what card you wanted when you submitted your form. And so if you didn't get that, just put it in the chat window and we'll make sure everybody gets that, because you guys put great work into that and it's our pleasure to give that to you. What we're going to do is we're going to announce the 4 category winners. We're going to watch the 4 category videos and then we'll do the overall one. So let's go to the next slide and get started. So just want to recap, and we had a question, Devrin, how many projects? It was 14, correct?
15.
15. I was off by 1. So 15 total projects came in. You guys, some did it solo, some collaborated. You had great ideas. I'm so excited. Just recapping the 4 categories: AI for Earth, AI for Cultural Heritage, AI for accessibility, and AI for humanitarian action. And we had various amounts and all different. Some were a little more popular than others. Great work, great representation across all 4 categories. So let's look at AI for Earth. The winner, as you can see, is Landfill STE.A. Hopefully I'm saying that right, Lavanya. If you're on the call, I see you are on the call. Let's watch Lavanya, the winner of AI for Earth, and then I'll announce the runner-up.
Hello everybody, my name is Lavanya Natarajan. I am from the Sunshine State, 10th grade, Viera High School. And today I am going to be talking about a landfill STE.A system. STE.A is a supervisory control and data acquisition system, and I will be relating this to landfills. And thanks so much for the opportunity. I really appreciate it, and it's been really exciting. To begin with, recently I took a trip to the landfill. It was a landfill tour, and I met this engineer, Mr. Dugan. He was so kind, so generous, you know, to like give me a tour, and like I learned so much about everything. And like this is actually a picture that I took at the landfill, and he gave me lots of information. But one thing that stood out the most was about methane in landfills. So, did you know that landfills contain the perfect recipe to produce methane, or CH4, a major contributor to the greenhouse gas effect? So, let's maximize the methane harvest. Let's look at the problems that Mr. Dugan has to face in the landfills. So, actually, before I talk to you about the problems, I want to give you a bit of background information. Okay, so number one, gases emanating from municipal landfills contain methane, which has a potency to trap 35% more heat versus other greenhouse gases. And also, most US landfills are failing to capture this methane and divert it for energy use. Instead, this precious naturally generated methane is just simply released into the atmosphere via fugitive emissions. So in this picture to the left, I have circled in red the fugitive emissions. This is the methane that is generated underground. It is emanating through the rainwater, and it comes as methane bubbles. So now let's get to the problem. Typically in landfills, every month, technicians have to come and they have to take lots of landfill data, many metrics. They have to go to landfill wells, which are placed in landfills. There are almost like 200 wells, which give like lots of data for them to make necessary decisions. Only 2 technicians go, and it takes them 1 week to collect all this data. Then this data goes to a landfill engineer, such as Mr. Dugan, and he has to go through all these like volumes of data, which are in like big like pillowcase like binders, which I have even seen myself, and he has to go through them and make like all the necessary judgments. So I mean, I was just thinking, like, wouldn't it just be cool if like you could get all of this information just with the click of a button, and make all the necessary adjustments in a landfill based on like a SCADA system that can give you all of your information. Okay, so before I move on and talk more about my SCADA system, when I went to the landfills, I took a really short and sweet video about fugitive emissions. That's a landfill gas that is escaping the landfill and not being utilized right now. What is the solution that I am offering? The goal of this research is to develop a SCADA system, and this SCADA system will contain 3 major parameters, which is the temperature, the pressure, and the CH4 methane concentration. These 3 parameters, depending on the values, will show an LCD display and turn on an LED. And based on the metrics, it will open an automatic solenoid on-off controller to control the landfill gas collection. And all of this can be accessed by a click of a button. So even if Mr. Dugan is on a vacation somewhere in the Bahamas, he will be able to easily access all this information, as well as make necessary decisions and adjustments to these landfill wells. So this brings me to my next slide. So over here, you can see it is a sample dashboard, which basically gives Mr. Dugan and other landfill engineers an on-the-glass opportunity. So this dashboard shows, it alerts you if the if the values go above the threshold, you also have many other options in the dashboard down here, such as settings. You can even turn the solenoid valve on and off depending on the methane concentration, and as well as other gadgets like on the side. Okay, so I have created a very preliminary Java code. Basically, what this Java code does is it opens and closes the solenoid valve depending on my three parameters, which is the temperature, the pressure, and the methane concentration. I'm also certified in Java, so that's why I wanted to take this extra step, because I thought it would be very nice to start and make a Java code. Okay, so very quickly, I have like some really nice backup slides that I would like to take you through. The first one is an illustration for an overarching landfill. This is basically how I imagine my SCADA system to look like in a landfill. These are the landfill wells placed in the landfill, and this is how it will look like on the dashboard. Okay, so this is a very short slide about methanogenesis, how methane is being produced, the collection and how it is diverted into energy. And finally, this is a trip report. This shows like a whole trip throughout the landfill, the vehicle path. It was really fun, honestly. I actually even had the opportunity to go to the highest point in the landfill, which is actually the highest point in Brevard County, Florida. So that was really cool. Over here, you can see these are actual like landfill wells. And in this next picture, there's me, and then the gentleman in the middle that is kneeling down, that's Mr. Dugan, which is the landfill engineer. And then to the left of him is also another landfill engineer that helped me around in the tour. Okay, so this is the end of my presentation. This sums up my presentation. Thank you so much for the opportunity. I really, really enjoyed it despite COVID. I mean, I even like even because we don't have fall break in Florida. So, I mean, even like despite that, I was like really, really excited to do this. So thank you so much for the opportunity.
Thank you. So that was a great presentation. Congratulations on that. I'd also like to announce the AI for Earth runner-up is AI for fighting fire. So good job, you guys. You guys did an amazing job. So we're gonna go to our next category now, which is AI for cultural heritage. And I would like to announce our winner in this category. It is Fluency in AI for language learners. So we're going to take a look at the winning presentation in this category. And as Devrin works her magic, there was a question about 5 minutes. It was suggested to keep 5 minutes. If some did go long, that did get factored into their overall presentation scores. So that was a factor, but yeah, it was just amazing. And you can see a chat here. You guys all met Maureen McKinney, who's the GM of General Manager of Microsoft Operations Reno, and she just saw your presentation too. So thanks for joining us, Maureen. We're highlighting the winners in each of the 4 categories. So
woohoo! I'm so proud of you all.
Hello, my name is Ashley Tank, and my languages. So the issue that I found with languages is that when learning a new language without the help of an instructor, the student will often have good reading comprehension skills, but poor speaking and listening skills in said language. This is because most language learning applications tend to go more focused on writing and reading comprehension instead of speaking. So the solution is Fluency, a language learning program that focuses more heavily on the speaking and listening portions of language over the writing and reading comprehension. Fluency functions similarly to Duolingo, with the user receiving prompts and having to respond to them. Only in this case, the responses would be spoken instead of written. Fluency would also have conversational prompts, where a conversational question or topic would appear, one that would come up in ordinary conversations such as, how are you doing, or what's the weather like? And the user would have to respond through speech. Fluency would also have many languages to study and learn, such as German, French, Spanish, and English. Alexis is a freshman in high school taking her first Spanish class. Through working in her class and with her teacher, she excels especially in reading and writing, but struggles with her pronunciation of various words. By using Fluency, Alexis can practice her Spanish skills outside of class, whenever she has time and whenever it works her schedule, work on her pronunciation of words that she struggles with, and improve her listening skills. The outcome is that Alexis does better in her Spanish class and becomes much more fluent in the language. We believe that our AI concept is fair because Fluency does not need knowledge of the user's ethnicity, financial status, or any other such information or to function. We believe that our AI concept is inclusive because it would be available to any person with a device that has a functioning microphone. We believe that our AI concept is reliable and safe because it would perform consistently well and have no need for outside information other than what would be provided with the program. We believe that our AI concept respects privacy and is secure because it would not require any personal information in order to operate, which would therefore not be required. We believe that our AI concept is understandable because it would have simple topics that could be chosen by the user that would not go off topic. We believe that our AI concept is accountable because it would have no access to any information outside the program, and any information given inside the program would not be potentially harmful. This topic goes under AI for cultural heritage, because this AI allows for the spread of fluency in languages that are being lost to time, which allows for people to connect to their cultural heritage or learn about other people's cultural heritage. Thank you for listening.
Thank you, and congratulations on that category for AI for cultural heritage. So some people asked like what the spread was against the categories. So maybe Devrin, if you get a chance, you can paste them in there.
Sorry. So how many, you want to know how many were in each category?
Yeah, they were asking.
Yeah. So most of them were very even, except for this one.
Yeah. Yeah, so we did have, so thank you for being brave and taking on AI for cultural heritage. You did win first place in this category, so congratulations. And we actually had a tie in another category, so that for second place, so that allowed us to share in that. So congratulations again to Fluency. I love the name of your app. And we're gonna jump now to our next category, which is AI for accessibility. And this was also another popular category as well. So I'd like to announce the winner, and I'll announce again, as I mentioned, we had 2 second place prizes, and I'll announce that after the video. But this is mental health and stress relief app. And so let's take a look at this category. Let's take a look at this submission.
Hello, my name is Pranavee Gupta, and I will be presenting on an AI solution for mental health awareness and diagnosis. I would like to create an app using AI to provide a variety of personalized features using algorithms that will help with stress relief, mental health diagnosis, and mental health awareness. But first, let me introduce myself. I'm a high school senior from Sugar Land, Texas, and I go to Clements High School. I'm very passionate about using technology to create positive change in my community, and I'm applying to college as a computer science major to further pursue my passion. I've always been very passionate about mental health awareness, and I've pursued it throughout high school. For example, I regularly volunteer at S.T.E.A.M, a nonprofit organization, and I've volunteered at many events to spread awareness on mental health. Additionally, as a student at a highly competitive high school, I've seen the detrimental psychological impacts of stress firsthand. This stress has only been exacerbated through the unpredictability of the COVID-19 pandemic, which is why I want to create this solution. Mental health is a very underdiagnosed and underrepresented issue in our community. 46.6 million American adults struggle from mental health illnesses, yet only 19.8 million receive treatments. Therefore, I would like to help with this problem by making mental health treatment and stress relief accessible to all. So first, let me introduce my persona. Anna is a high schooler who has been struggling silently with anxiety and depression. She doesn't know much about the impacts of her mental health, as all she knows is the information that she has read from random articles online. She's from a low-income family and therefore cannot afford the help of a therapist or a medical professional to help her. She's in a rut due to the monotony of school, and she needs a way to relieve her stress and heal. Therefore, introducing my solution, an app to first relieve her stress and then give her a personalized and unbiased diagnosis using natural language processing algorithms. The app will contain many features such as a customizable journal, an explore page to view and share media for stress relief, a mood tracker, a shake for a positive quote feature, and collectible badges as prizes for using other features. I've actually began work on this app, creating, as you can see, the interface for it and having all these different features. However, I would like to take this app to the next level by incorporating AIs into it. The quotes, explore page, badges, and mood tracker all would use AI to provide Anna a personalized method of stress relief. The features would use AI algorithms to create stress relief pathways for her that are customized to her preferences and what helps her the most. Also, the mood tracker would be expanded to not only track her mood, but also her body stress levels and provide personalized mental health tests. This would allow Anna to track her progress over time and see what is working for her so she can have the best outcomes. Additionally, I would create more features, adding, for example, a chatbot that Anna could use to discuss with, so she could get a much more personalized diagnosis than one she would get from reading random articles on the internet. The chatbot would combine the personalized data Anna inserts into the app with mental health trends collected from research professionals to come up with an unbiased and personal diagnosis. It would then give her the necessary steps for her to heal. It would be available for her to use 24/7 and would give her the support she needs as a technological friend. The outcome of using this app is the stress relief Anna would receive from the interactive features of the app and the personalized diagnosis she would get from the natural language processing algorithms. And this would help her heal from her anxiety and depression in a way that is specific to her, allowing her to live her happiest life. My Microsoft ethics statement is, I believe my AI concept is fair because it does not see the race, gender, or background of the user, so it makes unbiased decisions. I also believe my AI concept is inclusive because it is not restricted to anyone. It's free and it is available 24/7 so anyone can use it. It won't make any decisions based on the background of a person, so it'll be inclusive to all people. Additionally, my AI concept is reliable and safe because it will be using national medical research along with what the user inserts to make decisions, so it will be accurate and safe to follow. Also, my AI concept respects privacy and is secure because it only uses the information provided by the user on the app, so it is completely up to the user on how much information they wish to provide. Also, my AI concept is completely understandable and transparent because it has clear and colorful buttons along with very clear instructions on how to operate the app. Also, finally, my AI concept is accountable because it will provide reliable information and lots of research to back it up. So it will be able to use stress relief and mental health awareness to solve these issues. And therefore, because of all of this, I hope to implement this app sometime in the future and use it to make mental health awareness and stress relief and mental health diagnosis accessible to everyone, no matter what. Thank you.
Awesome. Congratulations to that. So our runners-up, as I mentioned, we had a tie for the runner-up category, AI for accessible medical records, and Smartify, a better distance learning experience. So congratulations to everybody in this category. Really well done. So we're going to move to our last category, and then we'll move into our overall winner. So our final category was AI for humanitarian action. We had 3, I think we believe in this one. And the winner is called Heart to Heart. So let's watch this, and then we'll announce our runners-up and our grand prizes.
Hi everyone, my name is Dua Raza. Welcome to my presentation, Heart to Heart, which is about an app that's utilizing artificial intelligence to prevent coronary artery disease. So I selected the category AI for humanitarian action, and I said that it was unacceptable that heart disease is the leading cause of death worldwide and results in more than 17.3 million deaths every year. Coronary artery disease is the most common type of heart disease, and according to the CDC, about 18.2 million people ages 20 and older have coronary artery disease. That's about 6.7% of the entire US population. Next up is a map that shows heart disease globally, and what we see from this map is that the risk for developing heart disease actually increases if you are in lower income countries. Now we have the persona prototype, and what's interesting about heart disease is that both modifiable and metabolic risk factors can cause heart disease across all demographics. Modifiable refers to lifestyle factors like activity levels and your diet, and metabolic includes things like genetic predisposition and other diseases like diabetes that can contribute to heart disease. So actually, heart disease is the leading cause of death for men, women, and people of most racial and ethnic groups, as we can see in this chart. And according to the American Heart Association, the death rate among African Americans and the Caucasian populations is slightly higher in percentages than the Hispanic American and other Asian American populations. So in our persona, we have Madi, Ling, Jessica, and Santiago, and they live in the same neighborhood and are all at risk for developing heart disease. So heart disease actually is influenced a little bit by age and your socioeconomic factors. So we can assume that most of these individuals are living in a bit of a poorer neighborhood where they aren't afforded the access to quality healthcare that others might be. And they actually, as a result, have increased levels of chronic stress and poorer diets. So Madi, on the bottom left, is 80 years old and has high cholesterol. Santiago is obese, inactive, and has poor diet. You could probably see from the donut in his hand that I'm referring to the poor diet aspect. Ling has type 2 diabetes and high blood pressure, and Jessica is in great health but has a family history of heart disease. And what's incredible about heart disease is that it has such a variety and different combinations of these modifiable and metabolic risk factors that can affect it. But generally, as a rule of thumb, we can say that people are more likely to develop heart disease if they have risk factors like a family history of heart disease, they're inactive, obese, have high blood pressure and cholesterol, they're cigarette smokers, or have diseases like diabetes. So the actual problem is that healthcare is reactive, and that means doctors see patients with heart disease after they are already sick or at an advanced stage in their disease, and at this point it's much harder to improve patient outcome. It's a genuine problem because heart disease is a non-communicable disease, meaning that it is not infectious. We can see COVID-19 is infectious, so that's a communicable disease. Heart disease is non-communicable, and it has risk factors that can either be increased or decreased depending on the choices an individual makes in their life. Yet instead of helping people make these correct choices earlier on and therefore focusing on preventing the onset of this disease, the healthcare system waits for patients to be at risk for consequences of the disease and then intervening. And later interventions equal worse patient outcomes. So artificial intelligence can actually play a huge role to this problem because, as discussed, the outcome of patient health, including the health of our personas, could be greatly improved if efforts to medically intervene were focused on taking a preventative approach to their health. And artificial intelligence is one of the best technologies for that mission because AI can track biomarkers that are indicative for heart disease and can interpret data from diagnostics and then make sound predictions about the personal heart health of each user and prescribe a specific course of treatment to maintain or improve their heart function. Here I have a rough idea of how this could work with the heart-to-heart patch that, for this example, can act as like an EKG node that is placed on a specific part of the user's body and connected to an app on their phone, in which the AI adapts responses to the input of health data. And this AI could actually alert users if there is an emergency, like a heart failure. So the outcome, I tried my hand at coding a little bit, and this is a very basic structure, but you would essentially, your user and our personas would input their data and then get this output. It would obviously be a lot more complex with the artificial intelligence, but say we were doing this resting heart rate, 96 BPM, which is between 60 BPM and 100 BPM, that's a good heart rate. Your AI would tell you and help you maintain that heart rate, or if it was exceeding those limits or lower than those limits, it would tell you, hey, that this is the associated diseases, this might be some of your risk factors, and this is how we could help. So on this screen, this is how we could take this medical algorithm and design this risk reduction program that's super personalized and a lot more complex. So we have categorical data, quantitative data, and HDL and LDL cholesterol levels, triglyceride levels, and blood pressure, and other hormones that could be measured. The AI principles and ethics statement is, I believe heart-to-heart AI is inclusive because it empowers and engages each user regardless of the location, age, sex, race, ethnicity, socioeconomic factors, or the point of heart health intervention they are at. Here are my credits, and thank you so much for listening. I hope you enjoyed, and I genuinely believe that if AI was applied to the epidemic of heart disease and coronary artery disease, it could mean huge improvements in patient outcome and save a lot of lives. So thank you again, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your day.
Thank you. Huge congratulations to Heart, and happy to announce our runner-up is My Buddy app. So great job, you guys, in that. So yay. And I just want to say again, a big, huge round of applause and thank you. And before we announce the winner, I'll even stop if there's anyone else from Microsoft on the call that wants to say anything. But I just really think that you guys did an amazing job. Just the feedback and everything that we got from all the other companies, like I said, that helped us in the judging. They were so incredibly impressed by you guys.
Yeah, lots of you guys did better than some of my seniors that I've been teaching in computer science with your project ideas.
Wow.
You should be super proud of yourselves.
That's a compliment. Woohoo. Okay, so we're gonna go on now here. We're gonna announce our grand prize winner, and then we are going to have some other exciting things for you. So the overall winner, and again, this is for a Surface Go bundle that comes with a Microsoft Surface Go, a Microsoft wire Bluetooth mouse, and a keyboard, a Go keyboard. And drum roll goes to Landfill SCADA. So congratulations. Super excited for you and such incredible, great work that you did there. So thank you so much to all of our winners. And we'll keep going here. Devrin, I think I'm turning it back over to you.
Yes, so we are also, in case you're getting some kind of extra credit or something for class for this, we're going to make sure that we send each of you a participation certificate so that you have proof that you competed in today's, in this week's hackathon. Also, lots of our judges want to congratulate you guys with lots of comments on your projects. I'll also send a summary of all the comments from all the judges to you with your participation certificate. So if I see that a lot of you have prizes, you will receive it before the 23rd. Our goal is to have it within 7 days of your of this wrap up session. And we want to thank our community sponsors who helped us mostly judge all our projects, the significant amount of people from Microsoft that helped me and Beth out judging projects, from employers, ANTT, and Tesla. And so we want to thank you all for all of your participation. If you have any questions, you can feel free to reach out to DigiGirlz Reno if you have any questions about the hackathon or interested in coming to next year's in-person, hopefully, DigiGirlz events if you're located in the Reno or Nevada area or close by. So thank you, everyone.
And I'm going to make one more comment. Sorry, I know we have people from Shanghai and all over the East Coast, West Coast. So DigiGirlz is something that Microsoft does globally. We love that you could participate. I think a lot of you found us on the global Microsoft DigiGirlz site. When things start operating and we can get together again in person, please, we'll follow up and give you what that link is, but there is probably an in-person event that is very close to you. So we loved having you at this. The in-person events are great because you guys really get to connect. I love how much you talked about supporting each other. I love how much you guys are congratulating the winners, and that's really it, right? It's us all supporting each other and lifting each other up. So really hope to get you guys connected to an in-person event soon.
And I look forward to seeing if all of you guys keep continuing your projects and we see your technology out in the field in the future. So thank you, everyone.
Congratulations. Devrin and I'll stay on if anybody has
questions.
Hi,
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Forshey, thank you so much for the opportunity. I really appreciate it.
We really enjoyed your video. It was great.
Thank you so much.
Great job.